A female teacher about to give birth cries out in pain in the office. Hyoju quickly tries to calm the pregnant woman, but no one knows how to deliver a baby. The situation is extremely urgent. Fortunately, an ambulance arrives in time. Mother and child are safe in the end. Her colleagues are all happy for her, but the administration immediately gathers all the unmarried female teachers and makes them sign revised contracts. The contract states that before becoming a permanent employee, if they get pregnant, the school can fire them unconditionally. Hyoju and others are forced to sign this unfair agreement. Not only that, the administration increases Hyoju's workload. Hyoju wants to refuse, but she's threatened with layoffs. Hyoju has no choice but to work under tremendous pressure. Despite working for years without being made permanent, she constantly faces the risk of being fired, working overtime until late every night. She returns home to find her boyfriend lazily lying on the couch, arrogantly telling Hyoju to make dinner. Exhausted, Hyoju reluctantly goes to cook, while her boyfriend waits on the couch. At the dinner table, Hyoju urges him to find a job. Her boyfriend makes excuses, saying his manuscript is almost finished, when in reality, he hasn't written a single word. He's even too lazy to cook for himself. Hyoju is too angry to eat. Just as she's about to do laundry, she discovers her boyfriend has once again mixed clothes and socks together, infuriating her even more. Her mental state is increasingly strained. Thankfully, there's now a chance for permanent employment, and Hyoju is next in line. But before she can catch her breath, Ha-young, a wealthy heiress, parachutes into the school and takes away her chance for permanent employment. The administration welcomes her with smiles, and even requires the staff to throw her a welcome party. Her colleagues all flatter her. Hyoju is furious but doesn't dare speak up. Ha-young knows she took Hyoju's position, and that Hyoju is unhappy about it. Yet she deliberately acts friendly with Hyoju, introducing her to her father, and taking her to an upscale restaurant to dine with her handsome, wealthy boyfriend. After dinner, her boyfriend even gives Hyoju an expensive skincare set. Hyoju feels deeply insulted. After the boyfriend leaves, Hyoju angrily smashes the skincare products, warning Ha-young to stop these patronizing gestures. She won't be like the others fawning over her. Returning home, she finds her boyfriend packing his bags. Her boyfriend of 10 years is breaking up with her. Hyoju tries to change his mind, but he leaves without a shred of sympathy. Hyoju's life is in shambles. Then one day, she suddenly meets Ah-kyang. Ah-kyang's youthful energy is like a ray of sunshine illuminating her life. She becomes increasingly infatuated with him, can't help watching him after school, even checking his student file, using his photo to ease her longing. She shows special concern for his studies, not only tutoring him after class, but also paying for his dance lessons out of her own pocket. They gradually become closer, though only as friends. She's already content with that, but Ha-young wants to steal even this last warmth from her. One evening after study hall, she passes by the gym and notices the lights still on, wanting to see if Ah-kyang is still practicing dance, but the spacious gym is empty. Following sounds, she walks to the storage room at the back, and discovers Ha-young together with Ah-kyang. Her inner defenses collapse. Seeds of hatred toward Ha-young are planted. She records a video and quietly closes the door, already planning her revenge. A female teacher comes to meet her boyfriend, but hears strange sounds. She follows the sounds, and discovers her nemesis' secret. On the surface, she appears calm, but inside, emotions are churning. The next day, she invites Ha-young to the lab, pulls out the video from the night before, and threatens Ha-young with school rules. If their relationship becomes public, she'll not only be fired, her father and fiancé will find out. She'll be disgraced and lose everything. Ha-young is terrified and tearful, quickly apologizing to Hyoju, begging for mercy. Hyoju is very pleased. She tells Ha-young to stay away from Ah-kyang, and warns her to behave herself. Ha-young quickly agrees and thanks Hyoju, but Hyoju says, "I never said I'd let you off the hook." Ha-young's expression freezes. She becomes constantly anxious, distracted even during staff dinners, while Hyoju, knowing the truth, enjoys watching Ha-young's fearful expressions. Worried about exposure, Ha-young becomes listless. Her boyfriend suddenly mentions Hyoju called him, startling Ha-young upright. She asks what Hyoju said. Her boyfriend says she just thanked him for the skincare products. Ha-young finally calms down, but afraid he'll notice her strange behavior, she quickly leaves. Anxious, she goes to find Hyoju. It's pouring rain outside, but she waits for Hyoju in the rain for a long time, until Hyoju finally opens the door, asking what she wants. Ha-young apologizes again, begging Hyoju to pretend she saw nothing that day. Seeing her so pathetic, Hyoju finally feels vindicated, and decides to let her go, focusing back on her teaching career, and supervising Ah-kyang's practice, helping him prepare for the next competition. Ah-kyang is very grateful for Hyoju's care. One day when she's walking him home, he gives her a wristwatch, and happily invites her to see his performance. Hyoju coolly agrees, but watching his retreating figure, she can't help but smile. The next day after the performance, Hyoju is ready to take Ah-kyang home. Ah-kyang sadly says his father has a new girlfriend, and he doesn't want to be at home with them. Hyoju feels sorry for him, so she brings him back to her place, letting him sleep on the couch. But in the middle of the night, Hyoju gets up for water. Looking at Ah-kyang's handsome face, she can't resist reaching out to touch him. Ah-kyang wakes up at that moment. Their relationship fundamentally changes. After falling in love, Hyoju becomes cheerful. She even looks more beautiful. Soon it's time for Akyang's competition. Hyoju dresses beautifully, bringing flowers to watch his performance. Seeing Akyang's excellent performance on stage, she smiles with satisfaction. Can't help recording it on her phone. But then she spots Hayoung in the audience. She's immediately upset. After the performance, she rushes backstage, but Akyang is nowhere to be found. Panicking, she calls him, but there's no answer. She waits outside his home for a long time, only to see Akyang getting out of Hayoung's car, the two holding hands intimately. Hyoju can't believe her eyes. The next day she calls Akyang again, but he glances at his phone and hangs up. What's worse, she's informed by administration that she's fired. Her life plunges back into darkness. A woman grabs scalding hot water and pours it directly onto a sleeping young woman. Screams immediately fill the air. The young woman struggles in agony, but the woman shows no mercy, expressionless as she continues her assault. Finally, with a thud, everything falls silent. The reason she did this is because Hayoung stole her boyfriend? After being ghosted by her boyfriend for a week, Hyoju can't help but confront him. But he says he only used her, dating her just to get a guaranteed college admission. His true love is Hayoung. Hyoju is devastated, her heart shattered. She immediately confronts Hayoung, demanding to know why she's seeing Akyang. She threatens to report Hayoung with the video if she continues seeing him. But Hayoung is unafraid. She tells Hyoju she already told her father about her and Akyang, and her father doesn't blame her. Being financially secure, she doesn't care about losing her teaching job. Hyoju can report her if she wants. The fear shifts to Hyoju, unable to counter. She tries to threaten Hayoung with a woman's virtue, but Hayoung doesn't care at all. She counters that Hyoju herself isn't virtuous either, then pulls out money to insult Hyoju, saying thanks for taking care of Akyang all this time. Before turning to leave, Hyoju is devastated. When she returns to the office, she finds the colleague she temporarily replaced has returned. Just then, the administrator walks in, informing her that the school has terminated her employment. She leaves the office in a daze. Hyoju realizes Hayoung's father got her fired, so she immediately goes to the playground to find Hayoung, apologizing to her. But Hayoung pretends not to understand. Desperate to keep her job, Hyoju actually kneels before Hayoung. As an ordinary working person, she really can't afford to lose this job. Seeing students watching, Hayoung quickly helps her up. Confused about why Hyoju was so hostile before, Hyoju is too embarrassed to speak. But Hayoung doesn't hold a grudge. She initiates reconciliation, hugging Hyoju and saying not to worry about the school situation. She'll talk to her father. But students witness this entire scene. Hyoju feels her dignity trampled. She can't feel any happiness. Hayoung remains oblivious, even driving Hyoju back to her place. At home, Hayoung plays on her phone after showering, while Hyoju cooks in the kitchen. Suddenly Hayoung curiously asks if she truly loves Akyang. Hyoju freezes at the mention of his name. Hayoung mockingly says Akyang is just a kid. She's just playing with him. In a few months, she'll marry her fiancé in Canada. If Hyoju really loves Akyang, that's laughable. Hayoung laughs heartily. Tired from laughing, she wants to nap, telling Hyoju to wake her when dinner's ready. Hyoju trembles with rage, finally understanding. She's just been a plaything in Hayoung's hands, her dignity completely shattered. In a fit of rage, she grabs a pot of boiling water, walking straight toward Hayoung, without hesitation, pours it on her face. Hayoung screams in pain, but Hyoju shows no mercy, then takes Hayoung's phone to text Akyang. Akyang rushes to Hayoung's house, surprised to see Hyoju there. Hyoju tells him Hayoung doesn't love him, and frantically asks Akyang if he loves her, but he forcefully pushes her away, only concerned about Hayoung, blaming Hyoju for discovering their relationship and ruining their romance. Hyoju is heartbroken, finally accepting the truth that she isn't loved. She leaves the villa dejectedly, while Akyang finds Hayoung's body inside. He breaks down crying. Hyoju walks back to school, tidies herself up, takes out breakfast and starts eating, as if she's about to go teach a class. But police sirens break her illusion. What consumed Hyoju wasn't just the suffocating society, but also her own uncontrolled desires. The collapse of her morals and boundaries finally dragged her into the abyss.